Hello, my Blockhead beauties. It's your girl, that Wahlburgers chick, coming to you with another episode of A Day in the Life of a Blockhead. But these next couple of episodes are going to be all about the cruise that we just went on. So today, my guest is Janelle from California. Say hi.
Hi, how are you?
AKA Glitter Girl. Oh my God, girl. I saw you on the cruise and it was so much fun. But before we get into that, right, I want to know your preparation from the moment you bought these tickets to the moment your toe touched the cruise.
Oh man. Oh God. Um, well, let me tell you how cool my boss is. Okay. He knows I love Nikki's on the Block. And he actually asked me this year, he goes, "So are you going?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet." And so then when the cruise was officially announced, and I walked into my boss's office and I go, "Guess what? I'm going." He goes, "Oh no." I said, "I'm going to snatch your wife." And I said, "We're going to go next year." He goes, "No." And I'm like, yeah. And he starts laughing. So he goes, "So do you want the month of October off? Because I have a lot of vacation accumulated." And I said, "Well, of course." So I got my month off of vacation, and then it was cruise prep time. Start looking into airline tickets and your hotel and Uber and all sorts of stuff. I got to stay at the Kent Hotel, and that is very awesome. It's in South Beach, and it's like 750 feet away from the beach, which was absolutely awesome. And then the cruise prep for the costumes and stuff, that was a whole different ball game. I had a pretty big argument with my puff paint trying to figure out my costume. And yeah, so I ended up being Beetlejuice one night and being a Rubik's Cube the other. And then wearing a red shirt for Love Eternal night, and then just kind of a crazy whatever I wanted to do on GPS night, because that was the big hurrah for the cruise. And just the excitement and the anticipation and just being able to know that you're going. And of course, this trip was very bittersweet. I'll get into that later. But as far as the cruise preparation, just a lot of researching and making sure everything was going to be cool and kosher in order to go. And make sure you have your passport, your cruise documents. You can, of course, your little boarding pass. You can get on the ship and see what muster station
Oh
you're
my
going to
God.
be at instead
Yep,
of muster.
early or late dining.
Yeah, save your early or late dining. Make sure you have your cruise deposit ready and roaring to go. That's the one thing I will tell first time cruisers. Make sure you have your deposit ready, because you never know when they're going to announce it. Most likely in February, but who knows?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, the cruise preparation was just awesome.
So then the excitement of getting ready for the cruise is one thing. Now, when you are about to go embark on this journey with like thousands of other blockheads, like, first of all, did you go by yourself to Miami? And have you ever been
I,
to
I,
Miami?
I've actually been on. This is was my 10th New Kids cruise, and
Oh, wow.
so yeah, and I've been to South Beach. Let's see what, or no, to at least to Miami, but definitely in South Beach. What, 8 other times? So I love Miami. I love the people, the atmosphere, the beaches, the water, just everything to go and end up meeting up with people that I've met at other cruises or other New Kids cruises, and
You went by
just being
yourself?
able. I did. I've gone by myself, and people think I'm absolutely crazy for it, but you learn to just go by yourself, and then you all of a sudden you meet some awesome people, and then you become friends, and it's like a mini family reunion on the cruise. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's just such a big family reunion, a big family affair. So
Yeah. See, I went by myself too. So, and a lot of people think the same thing. Oh, girl, you crazy? You traveling by yourself? Isn't that sad? Hell no. First of all, it's very
No,
liberating. You don't have to wait on anyone if you want to do
no,
something. You can just get up and go do it, right?
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. And then you have that peace traveling to and from, because really you're never alone. For first time cruisers and for people that are scared to travel on their own, you are
don't be.
not going to be alone, only during going and maybe coming back, right? But that's about it. There's
Mm-hmm.
no blockhead left behind. Like our man Donnie said, no blockhead left behind.
No,
Wherever
no.
you go, you look for some blockheads. They will be at your hotel where you're staying. They're gonna come in, just scream blockhead. I was doing that. I was at my hotel and I said, okay, I'm gonna spot some blockheads. And I don't mean the obvious ones that are wearing the shirts. I'm talking about like, okay, let me say blockheads. Yeah, yep, yep, yep. If they
Or
recognize
you know
it,
what's
I don't
really
care.
cool? It's at the airport. You'll see people coming in on the airport, and you'll see new kids swag everywhere. I
Mhm.
don't care if it's on their suitcase, a lanyard, a bag, a t-shirt, or something. They will have the swag going on. And just FYI, if you want to meet other blockheads and want to shake your ass and do your thing, go to the Clevelander at South Beach, and you will definitely find some blockheads there. And especially staying in the vicinity, you will definitely find some blockheads there. So just letting you know, first time cruisers and even more cruisers, that's the place to go, is the Clevelander. To
Which
where you
was
can just
which was Club Kush, because that's where I met you.
yeah, actually, yeah, it's within it's Clevelander and Club Kush at the same time. Yeah, it's within the same vicinity. But yeah, I mean, you just go there, you go there with no expectations, just like the cruise, and that's what I can't emphasize enough. I'm probably jumping ahead, but for me, like, I'll tell you one experience that I had. I mean, I wasn't even on the ship. I just barely touched toe on the ship for this cruise. And one chick was already pissed because she didn't get a selfie with Donnie because she missed him coming in to the port to get on the ship. And she was right behind me. She goes, I'm pissed I didn't get a selfie with Donnie. Okay, first of all, the cruise is not about getting selfies. The cruise is about a unity, a family, meeting other blockheads, feeling the same language that we all have in love for the guys. The guys are just the icing on the cake.
Right.
You meet people, you have friendships, you stay in touch, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever floats your boat, or even phone calls, video chat. I mean, it's just so badass. And, I cannot emphasize that enough. First time cruisers, do not be going into the cruise with any expectations except to have fun, dance, scream your lungs out, come home with laryngitis, cankles, lack of sleep, that is on the most, and one hell of a sunburn from Half Moon Cay.
Yeah.
Those what you can expect coming home. But please do not expect to get selfies with all the guys or any of the guys, because it just may not happen. And what a lot of first time cruisers do not understand is that when you least expect it is when it happens. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I've been on 10 new kids cruises. I think I've gotten selfies with all 5 of the guys twice out of all 10 cruises that I've been on. So
Mm.
that goes to show how often that I can get a selfie, which is not very often. I think, no, it was the ironic thing is my very first cruise, by crazy stats, I got all 5 of them on my first cruise.
Right.
And then again in 2018. But everything in between was no selfies, no nothing, because I didn't expect it going into the cruise, and I would hope nobody else would. And people shoving people out of the way for a selfie, that's just the wrong decision, as Donnie would say. Make the right decision and
Well,
just do
first
your
of
thing.
all, yeah, Donnie's known now as what, the selfie king. So he will make it a point to
Mhm.
get a
Mhm.
selfie with every single person on the cruise. You just gotta wait your turn. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing. And I'll tell you, I've had experiences with each one of the guys. Um with a lot of the guys, you just cannot shove your phone in their face and expect a selfie.
Mhm.
You ask from a distance, you ask if you can get a selfie, not expect,
Yeah.
ask.
Hmm.
Because they may be going to an event, they may be tired as hell, they may be hungry. I mean, they're just like us. We're tired, we're hungry, we get irritated too. So, I mean, I don't see why they would be any different, which they're not. They're human just like us.
Yeah.
But I've been reading online a lot that people, the guys, some of the guys were, kind of snippy and whatever else. I'm like, well, what did you do for that to happen? What did you say or what did you do to enforce that? Did you piss off a bodyguard? Did you piss them off? Did you, catch them at a wrong time? You probably did.
Hmm.
And, I mean, it's like, if you ask respectfully and they say no, you got to respect their space.
Yeah.
Just like how, I mean, you wouldn't like it if somebody shoved a camera in your face or shoved a phone in your face or, got in your face about something that you have no control over. You wouldn't want that either. So I would tell them to back the hell off in the first place. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
that would be invading my space. So I could only imagine what they're going through, all of us women wanting selfies and,
Yeah.
talk to them and whatever else. So, I mean, I feel them.
Yeah. 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 But getting back to the positive side of the cruise, when you were getting ready to go and you saw all these lovely blockheads, now you went to Miami by yourself. I met up with you at that club, and let me tell you, that club was popping. It was lit.
Yeah.
It was lit. It was open. It was outdoor type of bar. It had a pool. At nighttime, it lit up. It was amazing. We took over that bar
Yes, we
that
did.
night. Like
Yes,
I'm
we did.
that Miami wasn't ready. Like they wasn't ready for us blockheads. So I was there earlier on in the day before anything really started. And as the night came in, little by little, more blockheads, till all you saw everywhere you turned your head was blockheads. And
We
we
rolled
were
that damn
loud.
place.
Hell yeah, we were
Yeah.
loud. We were screaming. We were having so much fun. And this is what we do as blockheads. We gather, we get together, and we have fun. And we were so excited because it was the night before the cruise. So I know we was tired. It was, well, actually, no,
Uh-huh.
the night before. The night before we were gonna go to the cruise. But oh my God, it was amazing, right? And so now you go back to your hotel, you're getting ready, you're taking your cabs or whatever to go. What's the first thing you see when you get over there to the port?
Oh my God. I was just I could not hold my energy. Like I was my poor Uber driver was probably like, oh God, here we go. I caught my Uber and I was like, I'm like, I'm so excited. I could not hold my energy. And then the Uber driver started cracking up because I was just squealing like a 12-year-old girl, like I had never seen them before. Mind
Mhm.
you, this is my 10th one, but I act like I've never seen them because I mean, as soon as you see that ship,
Mhm.
sorry,
Oh no, it's okay. It's very emotional. It really is.
as soon as you see that ship, you go to your happy place.
Yes.
And you just I can't explain the cruise. If you've never been on it, I don't even know how to even begin to describe just everything on the cruise. And it's such an emotional connection because a lot of people don't have a whole lot of friends and they don't have a whole lot of family, but when you get on that ship, you're just like one big family. And it's like, especially all the shit that everybody's been through, including myself, the last 4 years. It's like we're finally on our happy place to where we don't have to worry about schedules and cleaning and work and all the bullshit in the world. You can
Right.
just get on that ship and just be able to enjoy yourself and not have to stress about a damn thing. And mine was very bittersweet because my mom passed in 2019. And then with the pandemic going on, they had to cancel the cruise and just everything. And then when I actually stepped foot on that ship and got to see everybody that I wanted to see, before the cruise and especially on the cruise, that just made it just so much better and so much more emotional because you don't realize how much you miss people till you don't see them, and then when you finally get to see them, it's just such a happy feeling, and it's like you let every emotion out that you've been bottling up for the longest time out.
Yeah.
And that's what I did on the cruise. I mean, I think I cried more on that cruise than anything because it was just such an emotional thing because of just letting go of everything and knowing that I was going to have a kick-ass time and not be made fun of because I like them, or get asked why do I go every year, or I mean just give a ration of shit. I get to go on there and be in my happy place, and and that's why I go, is that's my happy place. And I'm sure that's a lot of people's happy place too, because they know that other people share that same love on the ship. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I don't listen. It's been what, we're in November now, and
Yeah.
I lost someone near and dear to me that was supposed to be on that cruise. And he was like the biggest Donnie fan and stuff. And what's crazy is there was someone on the cruise that I believe was having seizures. That's exactly what he died of, and the reason why he never came on the cruise. But I was gonna take care of him, and we had this whole plan that we were going to do, but unfortunately he never made it. So I brought his picture with me, hoping that I can get Donnie to take a picture with him, so that way, in some way, I have him with me on that cruise and he got to meet his idol in some way. So you never know what someone is going through when they go on this cruise, and all they're looking for is that love, that unconditional blockhead love that we give, that the guys give us, that the other blockhead give us. You know what I mean? Everyone has a story. Everyone is there for a reason. And for you to be able to go there and just like go and revert back to your adolescent years when you were so lucky you had them plastered all over your walls and you were like, dreaming of that day where you'll be Mrs. Knight or Mrs. Wahlberg or whatever, all those little silly things we
Yeah.
did as kids, right? And then to see those guys that were on your wall in your face, you're like, they're real. This is real.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
whole thing is real. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And we all grew up together, even though we don't know each other. A lot of blockheads get a little confused. Like, oh, we know them. No. But we grew up with them, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just an amazing feeling, and no one will understand this kind of fandom unless you're in it. You know what I
And
mean?
especially when the guys came out on the deck, the second deck, and like did their introduction and stuff. I mean, I just was sniveling like a baby, like. And I try to do my Facebook Live, but of course, our service sucked on the ship, so
Oh God,
that
yeah.
that kind of sucked. But
Yeah.
um but it was just very emotional, and other girls around me down by the pool were crying, and I was crying, and we were just like slobbering mess. And boy, I mean, it was just we were all hot messes down by the pool, I'll tell you that. But it was just something that is just it is something just so magical. And I've been very blessed and very fortunate that I've been able to go on this many cruises and be able to meet a lot of people, and be able to enjoy the love, and seeing everybody, and maybe seeing a few people I don't want to see, but that's I
That
could
comes
push
with the
that aside.
territory. Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
comes with the territory,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
But
it's
like,
just it's just a very emotional thing.
yeah, so then tell us what you did for the first theme night, which was Love Eternal.
I wanted to wear a dress, but I know the Lido deck, it gets really windy at night, and yeah, I didn't want to flash anybody my goodies. So I wore my black jeans and I wore like a sweetheart neck, red shirt, and of course I curled my hair. But of course, with the humidity, it killed my hair. But I did wear my makeup and I wore my glitter as my tradition because I am glitter girl.
That's right.
And but I mean, and I wore my flip flops and to where I was comfortable and to where I can dance and have fun. So that was my love eternal night. I wish I would have dressed up more, savage, but if I had enough luggage and stuff to get charged for, I didn't want to. I didn't
Yeah,
want to add any more to it.
yeah. The
Yeah,
first
yeah,
night we're just unpacking and getting ready, and then you have the sail away. Then you got to get ready for Lido. So that first night, it's like, okay, we'll work it
yeah,
out. Yeah.
yeah.
And so then for what was the second one? The second
It
night,
was
bring back the time.
bring back the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually dressed myself up as a Rubik's Cube. And yeah,
The
I was a
80s.
Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Oh my God, it was so funny because Jay, one of their bodyguards, Jay is so awesome, so sweet. He always knows me as SpongeBob. So he goes, SpongeBob. And so he saw me down on the lower deck and he like motioned me to come upstairs. So I got to take a picture with him in my Rubik's Cube and I think in my Beetlejuice and my Beetlejuice costume actually.
mhm.
So yeah, I mean Jay is so cool. Shout out to Jay if you're listening to this. Better be on the next cruise. But
Yeah.
yeah, he was just so awesome. So
And then for what was it? Halloween horror?
yeah, Halloween Harbor. Halloween
Harbor.
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 Yes.
Halloween Harbor.
Yeah, so I was Beetlejuice for that. I actually hand painted my pants and then of course got the white shirt, the black tie, and then all the face makeup, teased the snot out of my hair. Oh my God, I was lucky to get it like unsnarled for picture day. But it was great because I got to take pictures with everybody down by the pool and I got to take actually I got to take yeah, I actually got to take two pictures with Brian, their photographer, and he was Charlie Chaplin, which I thought was totally badass. I was like, I have to get a picture with him. So I
That
got a picture with Brian. Shout out to Brian if you're listening to this.
mm-hmm.
And but yeah, it was so fun and whatnot, and people were looking at me like, oh shit, like cool. But
And what about GPS?
GPS, my feet were so swollen by the end of the cruise. Like I tried to dress all cutesy and it just didn't work. So I had a pair of shorts, my MTV shirt. I had some glow sticks. I had ribbon in my hair. I had crepe paper in my hair. I mean, just a glitter. I mean, yeah, I was just, yeah, all over the map.
Well, that's
But
nice.
yeah,
And
yeah, it was something different.
what was some of the highlights of the cruise? Like, what are some of the costumes that stood out to you that people were wearing?
Oh God. The one for this cruise, actually, there's several from this cruise, but one in particular was the Pac-Man signs that lit up. Those were awesome.
They were. I saw that.
Those were awesome as hell. And then this one girl by the down by the pool, she had what was it? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It says "Shitters Full." That shit was
Yeah,
hilarious.
I saw
Oh
that.
my God, that costume was awesome.
Oh my
And
god.
then, oh my God, what was it? These girls were dressed up as gas station attendants, and they had these fake gas tanks, obviously, but they had alcohol in them. And poor Joe is shot and gave him a fireball shot
No.
and reached up to the stage. And he goes, "Man, you drunk bitches!" It was
Yeah.
so funny. Oh my God. It was funny as hell.
I love
And
that.
oh my God, I was absolutely hilarious. I mean, the shenanigans and shit that happened by the pool, I'm telling you. Okay, so yeah, there's people up on stage. They may be blocking our view from them seeing the front, but let me tell you, when the guys come to our side of the pool or
Mm.
towards the back of the stage to where we can have a good vision of them, oh, the shenanigans and shit that happens.
Oh my
Um,
God. I gotta step
oh
up my game
yeah,
next year.
girl, let me tell you, it is. Oh my God, one year it was Joe and Donnie. I want to say it's 2014 when they cruised out of New York to Bermuda,
I was there.
and they both jumped in the pool
Yes.
that year.
Mhm.
I love that. That was so awesome. And then this year, actually, Donnie came down off the stage and he was like, I'm going to go by the pool. And so he came by the pool and he actually made the rounds to everybody at the pool to get a selfie.
Mhm.
So that was pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Um, oh my God. Oh God, there's so many highlights. I could talk about the cruise all day and night if you wanted me to. I probably could, but
Well,
I
just
know
the
you ain't got that much time. Yeah,
yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah. No, no, just the highlights. But I mean, I saw that Pac-Man. I thought that was awesome too. I'm like, oh man, like people get really, really
Yeah.
creative when it comes to the cruise and
Yeah.
the door
I've never seen.
decorations.
Yes. I saw one door that was made out to be a Wahlburgers. They had this big old thing of stuffed, like it was like a stuffed animal, but stuffed French fries, which I thought was totally badass. And then it was set up as a table with the cup and the fries and the hamburger and the sauce and
Mhm.
everything. I saw that. I saw, what was it? Farmhouse Fixer. They had like a farm setup. And I mean, one year, my roommate and I, when I was had a roommate, um, we actually won the door decorating contest. It was okay. So what I did was basically on their first tour when they had the silver suits, the white shirts, and the black ties. Well, I took my new kids dolls and I made suits out of duct tape.
Mm.
And then I hooked it up, or I zip tied them to a back of a piece of a foam board, and act like they had lights in the background. And then I took a digital screen and put the concert highlights like it was a jumbotron, as a
Nice.
jumbotron, and then I hung it like a stage, the speakers and different monitors, and that I made microphones out of pencils and Q-tips and foil, and I mean I just went all out.
Mhm.
And yeah, we won the door decorating contest from that. And apparently, because we were on deck 9, so you know the fucking craziness of deck 9. Apparently, if things weren't so damn crazy, come to find out, the guys would have come to our room and congratulated us personally, because they apparently Rose Tours took pictures, Carnival took pictures, and there was somebody else that took pictures. Like they were just so enthralled about our door, like they were just so excited. So I mean, that's another highlight. Like I said, I've got so many highlights and so many stories I can tell and whatnot. Because I mean, it's just such a positive experience. And I mean, yeah, there's negative Nancy's on the ship and people trying to shove their way to get where they're gonna be. But that's with anywhere. I mean, unfortunately, the estrogen's flowing, people are on their period, whatever, a hot mess and shit. But we're all women, we're all, just trying to get where we want to go. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, the sucky stuff happens, and then people decide whether or not they want to go on the cruise. I mean, that shouldn't deter you from going, but if it does, like, I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
sorry that
But
happens.
that's like not even, I mean, most of it is positive and most of
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
yeah.
I would
Yeah,
definitely have to
so
agree with that.
you can, yeah. I mean, if you can just like wave those off, then you're good. You're still gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a good time
Oh
no matter
yeah.
where you go. Yeah. So
Oh
now,
yeah.
so if the guys, we're not associated with the guys at all in any
No.
way, shape, or form.
Mm-mm.
However, if they do see this video, what would be your message to them?
Um, my message would be see you next year. And I'm just very thankful for for everything.
Mm-hmm.
for everything, because you guys have given us fans the love of being grateful to us, and we're grateful for you guys and being able to express how we feel no matter what's going on in our lives, and especially on that cruise. You've given us, the opportunity to just live our life without any worries or any problems or anything for 4 days. We get our meals cooked and our beds made, and and stuff like that, to where it just leaves the stress off us, and to where it to where we can enjoy ourselves. And I'm sure you guys love to just let loose with us, and like you said, there, unless you're on the cruise, you can't explain it. And that's what I tell a lot of people. And guys, I want to thank you for getting me through a lot of shit the last 4 years. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. And I've done a remix since the last cruise, and I'll be glad to show the rest of my remix next year. And I definitely yeah, I would definitely would love for you guys to see that. So, but again, thank you guys so much for loving us and all these years, and taking care of us. And we're so ready for the next cruise. Please let it be in October.
Yeah,
Please let it be in October. Let our wallets and stuff recoup for a little bit.
you
But
know.
again, thank you guys. We cannot thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for everything. So yeah.
Well, thank you again for being on my show and like sharing your experience of the cruise, because season 2 is pretty much going to be all about that. Any of you that been on the cruise, you want to come on my show and talk about it, you already know, hit your girl up. And of course, stay safe, stay humble. And as always, girl, do it with me. Lift up them arms. Stay
I give you one.
fabulous.
Fabulous.
Love you guys. Goodbye.
Mwah.